Thad, you need to be getting married to a 7 rather than a 10, because a 10's gonna come with more headaches than a 7.
Right. And
then what did you say?
I didn't say nothing because I was.
No, you
like,
did. You looked at me. You looked at me twice. You did say something. You got offended by that.
I was like, I'm going for a 7.
Yo, welcome to Gradient Academy. I need to get paid for this. This is like really behind the scenes of Gradient Academy. Yo, the man, the myth, the legend, Thaddeus Jerusalem. I think that's his last name. Gradient Academy. Unit 307. Okay, so we gotta go up. What up, baby? Cheese!
Bro,
I miss this guy, man.
What's going on?
Johnny.
Johnny, nice to meet you, bro.
Nice to meet you too.
Hey, how are you? Alexi, nice to meet you.
Johnny.
Rosia, nice to meet you.
You gotta show me the space since the last time I came was like half finished.
What do you think?
Sexy, beautiful.
Bro, look at the lighting now too. You came perfect timing with the sunlight.
It's nice, yeah.
So we had a 5-day course.
We took them to a spa.
That's
That's sick, bro.
sick.
Did they like it?
They loved it.
Yeah. That was when I was looking at that. I was like, that's cool. That's different.
So we did the Bora spa, and then we did last night. We did Chinese food. They loved it. So
So you took them all out.
Yeah.
You pay for it.
I take care of it. Yeah. And now
Makes it an experience.
Yeah, exactly. We got next week. We got 10 students coming. Just trying to be busy with that. And then we got this 2-day course in Toronto. Doing a collab with Fitting. We're doing an event. I'll tell you when. So how'd you get called for this thing?
Bro, I'll be honest, like randomly. Like literally yesterday, I got a call, Raymond, the guy that manages it.
Okay.
He's like, bro, we would love to have you. Just like, can we use your name and put it on a poster? I was like, I'll be honest, bro, I don't have anything to talk about. Like, I didn't create a speech deck or whatever. It's like, bro, honestly, you don't have to do that. It's just like, can we use your name and leverage your name to bring more people? I'm like, yeah. I got some barbers already messaged me saying they were already coming, so. That's amazing. I didn't even think it was that big. Apparently, a lot of people.
Well, personally, because I just hired a PR person. Because I think for us, like, especially what we're doing, we need someone to get to, like.
That's the whole conversation we had today in the car about it.
But yeah, man, with PR, I think that's just the way to go.
Yeah.
But that's why I thought when you're doing this thing tomorrow,
You thought it was PR.
That's a perfect move, bro.
It wasn't PR.
Yeah.
It was luck. Yeah.
But it's such a great move for you.
Just because I this coming year, I want to get more involved with business stuff. Like attaching my name with bigger people, but on the business side, not just hair related.
Yeah. It's so hard for someone to make a decision, especially when it's like a big decision. And I think Alex believes in himself so much that he just does it. You know, he doesn't think twice about making a decision to move forward. And I think that's your best trait.
It's a blessing and a curse.
It is.
It's a blessing because you're supposed to take all the action.
Yeah.
It's a curse because, but it's not a curse. It's still a blessing. Those actions can lead to mistakes, but part of it is also growth, right?
So I'll give you a perfect example, right? So like, let's say for example, we made $200,000, right? We're like, okay, great. We just made $200,000. Amazing, cool, pocket, cool. But for you, it's like, okay, I made $200,000, but how can I now make that into $400,000, right?
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh shit, do I hold on to this $200,000, or can I take $50,000 of this and just reinvest it back? Where some people, including myself,
because their limited beliefs of money, their relationship with money is very bad. They can't look at it as a tool.
That's it.
That's the biggest problem. That's the biggest downfall with people, is that they don't look at it as a tool and they don't leverage it. Because bro, I always say this: money's it's not real. Why aren't we the ones leveraging money? Why aren't we playing the same game the people higher up are? Right. So it's like, if you're never going to use it as a tool, then you're never going to grow.
100%.
As simple as that.
And so that's why you've been growing so fast, because you have the courage to make the decision like this, and you're like, all right, let's go.
Yeah.
You know, where some people could take a lifetime to
do,
or 5-10 years, or you know what I'm saying? So I think it's
interesting. And I think some people will argue, right? and they'll say, well, I got families, I got responsibilities.
Yes.
But at the same time, that's still your responsibility, right? Like, what's the other option around that? Like, if you're not gonna do that, then how are you gonna be able to provide back to your family if you're not taking risks? And unfortunately, if you did have family and kids, and you're stuck now not being able to invest, that was your choice, right? So maybe you should, and it's for the younger generation, maybe you should focus on making a lot of money so you can provide back to your spouse and your family.
Yeah.
My mentor, he asked the question, like, what's the most valuable thing? I go, time. He goes, you're wrong. It's like, what is your most valuable thing? It's your attention,
right?
Not your time. Because me and you could have the same amount of time. But now, if I'm doing 4 hours of deep work, productivity work, but me and you have the same amount of time, who's actually being more efficient and more productive with their time?
Right.
So it's what you put your attention to. It's the same thing, like, bro, what does this do?
Right.
The most valuable thing is your attention to this. That's how they make their money.
One, you need to have a work ethic. And you, from the time I've known you, you were in the barbershop like 12-hour a day and consistently just going at it. So again, it comes down to decision making because you just know to believe in yourself and like, all right, I see the future and I'm gonna bet on myself. Even when we had conversations about real estate where I'm investing into properties, you're like, nah, I'm gonna invest back into myself.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying to you? Because that's what people do out of scared of. Because
they'll invest in the thing that other people have told.
Right.
And again, it's not wrong. It's how you want to do it, right? It's what you want to invest in. But yeah, what I believe in is investing in yourself because I believe I will be the one to provide the biggest ROI to myself.
But as you grow, that's when you know the power of delegating.
For sure.
Right?
It's a different game at this point when you're like delegating.
Yeah.
Because now you understand what your time means. Now you understand the power of leverage and delegation.
Yeah.
Right? Because now, as the CEO, me cutting hair is not the most valuable thing I could do.
No.
You know, it's other aspects, and it's figuring out what that is so you could delegate it so you can focus on it. Right. That's what happens. Most barbershop owners, they're still doing what? They're still cutting behind the chair, but maybe that's not what they need to be doing.
No.
You know what's crazy? You know, when I first started, I've been doing this. It's like, bro, it's the same sentence. I've been doing this for 10 years. I've been doing this for 10 years though. When I first started in the industry, when I was like a nobody, people don't realize that Fad's like a fucking OOG. Like he was cutting the biggest football players. He would have like the craziest designs. Like he was the man in the barbering industry in Montreal. And he cut Drake's hair, by the way. I think he cut The Weeknd's hair. He's like cut all the celebrities' hair. Like he's just very humble. Like he speaks very highly of me, but like people don't know. Like he is the OG. He's like the GOAT of the industry, especially in Montreal and Toronto in Canada. But it's crazy how like a few years ago, like I was super inspired by him. I never thought or pictured I'd ever even have a conversation with him because I just sucked at cutting hair. So, but I worked like a dog and I hustled and you know, I got into the rooms I wanted to be in and I got introduced to him and we stayed really close friends throughout the years. So it's cool because at the end of the day, the lesson here is that, you know, I truly believe if you want to be in a specific room and if you're inspired by that person, I think if you really put your goal to eventually get to that position, you'll eventually meet these people. No one is not attainable. Let's put it that way. Being in a specific, like whoever it is, like how big of a celebrity you think, at the end of the day, they're still people.
She gon' make it bad. I do damage. The nigga can't stand it. Psycho bandit. Like it's Marilyn Manson. Got the cash advancing.
What's up, people? We're in Montreal right now. Pretty cool. We just spawned here. We're on our way to the Four Seasons where there's an event with Tai Lopez. Apparently I'm a guest speaker tomorrow, so we'll see if I'll have the opportunity to speak. But super cool. The reason why I came, guys, to be honest, is I've been to events like this and there's just so much value in just the networking alone. So that's kind of what I'm looking forward to. A lot of these events, you just never know who you could get the chance to meet, and you know the saying of all it takes is one connection, and usually, you know, not usually, but sometimes you get set up for the rest of your life. So pretty exciting stuff in Montreal, Four Seasons. Let's see how it goes. The cool thing is everyone here is like a high level player, so it'll be good to network with people, get some value, maybe share some value, and I think it'll be a cool experience. So follow along, dude.
I've been moving.
I've been moving, moving. I've been moving, 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 moving. I've been moving, moving, moving. This is the kind of matters.
I think a better way to think about money is like you have to do a minimum amount of scientific experiments. Once you do enough of those, you'll have the money. Oh. Did I activate your Siri? I activated his Siri. So it's kind of think about like lifting weights. Like if you want to be a pro bodybuilder, you couldn't say by the age of 30. It'd be more like after you get bench press 400 kilos, then you can enter in the world's strongest man competition. But you can't really pick a day for it. Because if you work out once a week, it's gonna take you 30 years.
What's up, YouTube family? Day 2 in Montreal. So what's happening right now is we're grabbing breakfast with these 2 entrepreneurs. We're gonna go chit chat. It's about some business, see if there's any insights I could take to apply into my business. And then we're going to the event, the actual event, the reason why we came. So pretty exciting stuff. I think Thad's gonna meet us later as well. But today's gonna be that big event. So apparently there's 600 people coming. We'll see. I don't even know where the location is. I think it is still in the Four Seasons. I could be wrong though. So yeah, very exciting stuff. Day 2 in Montreal. Yeah, follow the journey, dude. Go get breakfast at one of my favorite spots in the city. In the city. What's up, boys? How you doing? That's it. I was gonna pay for it. I'm about to go catch you, bro. Shit, I don't want you paying for it. It's good. It's good.
Day 2 here. You just scroll through. But day 2, it's saying 10 a.m. You have to be there from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. and then marketing or it's networking for an hour, and then speaking, and then it's a diamond lunch. Yeah. So it's diamond lunch, and then more speaking all the way until 6 or 7.
Okay. All set. Like, thank you. Like my sellers do like $300 a day. In the past 2.5 weeks, they've made 60.
How much?
They do like $300 a day.
$300.
They're in an office, bro. We have this whole crazy system. We have
No, 300 per person.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Per day. So we have a
Locked in, these guys.
We have a generator.
They're ready to work.
Fucking, it's like our own go to internet. Everything.
Oh, you already have an office.
We have a
for
massive, a 20% off.
Really?
We have a whole fucking fortress.
How much is $1,000 a month?
Exactly.
What's going on, people? What's going on, people? All right, guys. So let me give you some insight of what's going on. We had breakfast with the boys. Now we are on our way back to the hotel. We're gonna change. Thad's waiting for us at the event. And then we're just gonna check out the scene. Apparently it's sold out, 600 people at the Four Seasons. So let's see what it's all about. This is what I always say for these events, right? You never wanna go see the guys that are like the main acts, right? You wanna see the young guys. The young guys got something to prove. So those are the guys that are gonna give a lot of value because they wanna show people like, look, I am the shit and I know my shit. Versus the older guys, they're kind of like lazier. They don't really care. They've made their money. They already have the fame. The young guys, those are the guys you want to see. It's always the acts before the main acts. Just keep that in mind.
I saw his long name. I'm like, yo, he's Tamil for sure.
That's why you're like, finally I know someone here. That's hilarious.
We're gonna finish around 7, 8, 6 years later, and I really give a lot of my success to 27. It's pretty good.
Go. Look how I'm reaching my goals. Whip it. This head came right off the stove. Trumps, Elysee. She wanna shop for some clothes. I told her, baby, you know what it is. I'm ready to put you in vogue.
Thank you.
The rose of the Maybach, whatever I'm picking, no matter she going.
Guys, we are planning on potentially going to Dubai. We're just having a conversation of how we're going to make it work. So if we are going to do it, it's going to be end of December and Jan. So yeah, we'll see what happens, right?
That's why I look them inside of their eyes whenever they lie, cause I know it's gone. I know they wish they could see what the young was destined to be. They got
The problem with Montreal, you don't turn right, and now it's a 30-minute to get back to that road. So we just keep going straight, but you don't know where to go. Malaka.
I know one point you were going to bed early.
Yeah. I stopped doing that. I was forcing something that didn't work for me. Because everyone else was saying it worked for them, but...
Going to bed for me definitely works.
Well, you like going early?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I mean, I think it just, I like to be in bed by 10:30.
Okay. That's good. But like what time do you sleep though? Deep sleep.
At 11?
I mean, that's what I do.
So...
That's late. That's not early.
That is late.
That's very late.
But I'm trying to go to sleep, knocked out by 10:30.
That's still late. You need to be, if you want to, you probably should go to bed.
At 10?
You probably should be in your bed by 8 with no distractions, and by 9 you'll be asleep. But this is next to you in any way or shape or form, bro, you're not gonna go to bed. We both know that.
Oh, you mean in order for us to wake up at like 5 a.m.,
like
4 a.m.?
6, 7 a.m., you need to be at bed around probably like 9.
See, that's it. No, for me, I go to bed by 10:30.
So you're probably waking up around 8, 9.
No, my body just automatically wakes up at 6:30.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty good though. Do you like wake up comfortably or like stressed?
Not stressed, but maybe clouded. But that's only because I'm not organizing my days the day before. So maybe organizing. I like to journal the night before.
Yeah. That's the thing. Lack of clarity on your next day is gonna cause stress.
Yeah.
So journaling and understanding that will give you more peace.
Alex said, this is his advice to me.
Okay, yeah, advice.
He said, if you go
Don't
for
take
a
my
girl-
advices all the time. Take it with a grain of salt.
So why don't you repeat it?
Thad, you need to be getting married to a 7 rather than a 10, because a 10's gonna come with more headaches than a 7.
Right. And I.
And then what did you say?
I didn't say nothing because I was.
No,
I was
you
like,
did. You looked
I'm
at me.
like,
You looked at me twice. You did
Yeah.
say something. You got offended by that.
I was like, I'm going for a 7. I'm gonna live my life with a 7.
Then I questioned. I was like, okay, maybe an 8, 8.5.
8.5. I'm okay with the 8.5, by the way, because an 8.5.
So you're just settling then?
No.
Yeah, you kind of
No,
are.
because 8.5 is perfect.
Well, we're kind of settling. Why not go for 10 then?
Because I don't like a 10. Because a 10 means.
You like
Because a 10
you
means,
want an Escalade or a Ferrari?
Well, that's why.
Do you like G-Wagons or like or Jeeps?
Because I'll tell you what, a 10 means that the 10 is like super beautiful, but that's it. Inside, she's got nothing going on.
But I'm saying you could find a 10 that has good values. It's just 100 times rarer.
Listen, I'm not trying to go and live my whole life and try to be a Buddhist and search the world and try to find this
10,
perfect
that's
10.
perfect,
No.
yeah.
For what?
You understand reality.
Yes.
You're realistic.
Yes.
Yeah.
8.5.
I'm a big dreamer.
That's okay.
Yeah.
8.5.
8.5 you're good with. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. Peace. Till next time.
We got a 6-hour drive now. Could we just spawn there?
So what's it been like this whole weekend apart from going to the conference? Like,
honestly, this freaking weekend's been very, very difficult. There's a lot of moving parts in the business right now. You know, it's just like, I think what's stressful and difficult sometimes as an entrepreneur is just the fact that nothing is guaranteed. You don't really know what's going to happen. And I think it's the lack of clarity of what the future lies, right? And I think what's really fueling you is hope and faith that things are going to turn out.
Yeah.
I think that's really what it comes down to. And I think the lack of clarity sometimes is the stressful part because you don't know, but you're running your energy on hope and faith. And I think I have a strong belief that this is going to turn out. But I will say, like, there are times where it's very fucking difficult. I think, like, in the total span of me being in my career, I think I've had more bad days than good days. But the good days outweigh the bad. If I look at the grand scheme of things, and if it wasn't for those bad days, I wouldn't be in this position. So I had to go through it. So it's like just having that thought process of, like, you having bad days is part of the process. It's like, don't beat yourself up more for the fact that you had bad days.
just understand that it's like your lessons, you're learning, you're growing. There was a saying actually that I read recently, which actually gave me a bit more hope, which is Elon Musk said it. It's like, if you're not failing, you're not growing. Simple as that. If it's too easy and it's not hard and there's no hardship and you don't know what you're doing, if you don't feel these emotions, you're not growing. If something isn't going wrong consistently, you're not growing, which is unfortunate part. It is entrepreneurship. Expect that if you want to be at the highest level, shit's gonna go wrong, and it's gonna go wrong often. And if you can handle that pressure, I think you'll be successful. And that this is one of those weeks. It's like, at the end of the day, like, we have to own our mistakes and be responsible. And here's the good part though. At the end of the day, I think, again, all this will pay off when I have such a sick team that I can grow with, and they're all fulfilled and they're all killing it. They're all happy. They're having the they're creating their dream experiences. They're all in a better financial place, and you see, I'm a little burnt out now. And yeah, I think that's what it comes down to. Like, I hold a responsibility to my team, and further than that, I hold a responsibility to my students. And I think the fulfillment will come when everyone is fulfilled based on the lifestyle that they want. I think that's what it comes down to. And it's all just a learning experience. Well, it's also, I think, 10 o'clock right now in Toronto. We're back in Toronto. We didn't say this, obviously, as you guys know. We're back in Toronto, and I'm off to bed, guys. I'm pretty tired. Off to another week next week. So let's turn the page. I think that's another thing, guys. I think every new day is another day for you to, go through some mistakes, learn new things, and keep growing. So I think don't beat yourself up, and make sure that you're not carrying that shit into the next day. Every day is a new chapter. So I'm off to bed. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Please, with the 300 people that watch my videos, leave a comment below in regards to what you guys want to see next, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.